Can we read that okay? Let's see here. How about this? How's that? And what's the other one I have here? Oh, yeah, the U2B. U2B love, phasing speed, sensitivity of feeling pure, God source, eternal heart key on, cosmic fire, nice crystal wave, speed display window. What led to the demise of Laurel Canyon's freewheeling hubgate, society of sex and rock and roll with AI, QI, Metatronic sex bot, IC command authority, RoboCop, bot police, cybersecurity command. Oh yeah, and I did a third one, Airson. Now this was some comments. I watched a short video last night about Laurel Canyon. And those of you that remember the early 1960s with MK Ultra programs, the United States Air Force, what is known as Wonderland, up on Laurel Canyon. Remember Alice in the Looking Glass technology, right? As a psychological operation, because those that remember Jim Morrison of the Doors, I used to hang out up there in Laurel Canyon. I'd been there. I spent time on, 77 Sunset Strip during the time that all of that was going down, right? So there was one comment in there on this video that was put up recently. Notice the one identity there at Binary Star Pod, Laurel Canyon, covert ops in the dark heart of Hippie Dream. And if you remember a video that Ashiana did, when she talked about, I don't use particular names associated with particular race lines, because I naturally, like when I was a child, I measure loss and gain of electrons, units of energy that are conscious and self-aware. But she made a reference to the Anunnaki and, or if you will, the Intruder Races Alliance. You know, those as it relates to control, the issue of control, the dilemma of control, holding a unit captive as a source of energy to run a system, a false light system. And so, so one of the identities wrote here on the top, fame and money kill everything. They were poor and unknown. Remember Rumsfeld? Known unknowns. Known as the unknown, Unse. The one, the eternal one. Unknown, knowing one from the other. Knowledge. The speed of learning. How that relates to bifurcation and time reparator technology. Portal technology. So on the bottom here, this is true because I've experienced this. I would imagine we all have at one time or another at the completion of a circuit. This identity said, money kills it. People look to buy the vibe, throw money at a thing, the world of things. So they buy up the property. As parasites, I inserted that. Increase the rent, which is to increase the pressure. Oh, Airson. Then the spirit of the place, sound, dies a death. It happens everywhere. And so that is a measurement of a rate of spread. Because at one time you could live there in Laurel Canyon with those musicians for $72 a month. Oh, 72. Boy, that's half of 144. So that is called a usage rate of electrical power. They're only charging me 72 in order to occupy or experience that space, that moment, at that location, which is that access point. I'm at that point, I'm experiencing the point in which I'm at, which is the still point of a true vacuum. So I was at that point. I was at that access point where Wonderland was running their operations. Yeah, and so Ashiana mentioned it was an Anunnaki Draco operation. Okay, so I was very aware of what was going on because it was all associated with other files. Right? Vietnam, drug running, cartels, child networking, trafficking, all the files are open. So you realize how long it would take to do all those file shares, right? It would take 3 trillion years. Cycles, the atmospheric cycles of consciousness communicating with other cells. That's why we're all here. So have a beautiful day wherever you happen to be. I am one, right? Never separated from the eternal one, the eternal star, the one we serve, the silver and gold made of Riche. That's perfect atmospheric balance, right? 4 quadrants, right? 4 quads. The whole pie. I experience being whole. I experience being one, in love with all of you, because that's what I am. I am what love is. I'm in love with the eternal star, the eternal sun, the one I serve. That's atmospheric balance, to experience no pressure. The still point. Yeah, of a true vacuum. So anyway, have a beautiful day, and be good to our inner child. The healing codes, the breathing codes. The codes are inbound. The inflow. The inflow. The input. The intake. I know. That's why we're all here. Have a beautiful, the beauty pathway, the spiral pathway, the crystal wave pathway of healing the inner child. That's why we're here, healing the inner child, the miasma.